Well, have a little chat with him.
Oh, it's Snoopy. Okay.
How you doing, sweetheart? How you doing? Good to see you.
Can I be part of this conversation? Because I reside here and stuff. It's. Well, I guess you're gonna have to take it off this
Helen,
property.
I got to talk to you across the way. It's very serious.
Oh my God, Helen.
All right. Come on, Romello. I need your help with this one. Okay. So here's the deal. I know you and Slow butt heads. I know that you're brass at times. And quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. All right, as long as I don't see it or it doesn't get in the way of the police work. But I need to talk about what's been going on the last 2 weeks. Because I kind of had enough of it. You had this entire investigation. You've been handling Chatterbox and guys a fucking shit show. And the fact that you're still a deputy is kind of ridiculous. But I know you've had reservations previously about this. So I'm going to demand you take the senior deputy position.
I don't want that, sir.
Well, you're going to have it. Senior deputy in shift 2, BCSO, is someone that is more than capable of all aspects of policing, and you have shown that. And it's going to make it very difficult for me to promote anyone else if you don't have that position there, Helen.
I think there's a lot of other really good choices for senior deputy.
No, there isn't.
Ooh.
I think Frost would be a really good choice. I think she feels discouraged. And she hasn't been around like the last week. But.
And that right there is a good reason why you should be, right? There are going to be a lot of people that are lost, and it's understandable. Shit changes every couple months. And transparently, the way things were handled is not necessarily the way that I would have handled them. However, shift 2 BCSO is my responsibility. And I think part of that starts with you taking on that position. And as for what you just brought up, Selena Frost, I'm not particularly aware of the circumstances, but having someone like you highlight those things is very important, because I can't see everything, right? Not everyone's going to bring things up to me, and I think we can discuss her. So
why are you apprehensive about it, or you don't want it?
Yeah.
I did not have a good time in command, to be honest. I felt very unsupported by the previous high command and the high command before that, and it did not seem like it was going to be any better with this setup. No offense, Brian. But
no, I think that's a reasonable.
Coming in and like demoting everybody, and nobody had a single fucking conversation with me about like the shift after being like, one of the people holding it down for a couple months was like super disrespectful, to be honest. And it's not that like I deserve any particular respect, but it didn't make me feel optimistic, for like the vibe of being unsupportive changing,
I think you are 100% right about that. And in fact, when you brought this up in our last conversation, I could very much relate instantly. It's very much why I made some demands earlier today. On some of those subject matters. The reality is that most of high command is in shift 1, right? And therefore, their view of the world is only going to be like, the beginning part of shift 2. They're like, oh, there's plenty of numbers over here. And then the numbers dwindle. Where the fuck are they, right? Where are they dipping in? Are they seeing what happens as we get closer to some? And they don't. What I can promise you this is for the period of time, because God knows what happens a month from now. Communication will be there. I do give opportunities and chances, and I'm hoping that you can trust me a little bit for maybe the little bit of maybe good work I've done so far. But I do need you in that position, Helen. I really do. I think that transparently, I think a lot of your opinion or positions may have been misunderstood.
It's Chatterbox pinging people to stir. Everything's fine.
Yep.
Everything's fine.
So everyone got up here.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. So,
I also got one. I didn't realize he was pinging other people until the join just called me. Sorry.
I'm swatting out to let everybody know.
I thought it was Crimbo. He's hunting me right now.
No, the clowns have just been doing this. I mean, sorry. We're having a pretty serious conversation.
Yep.
Now, if you don't.
Yeah,
if you don't
sorry
mind.
about
No,
that.
no,
You're
you're
good.
okay. Thank you. Thank you for checking on it.
I'm a very demanding individual, and you've probably seen a bit of my militaristic style, right?
Oh.
Always want honesty, right? If I'm asking folks to lock in, I'm expecting it, right? But outside of that, like your concerns are extremely valid, and even though it's hard to apologize for the actions of things that I had no involvement in, I recognize it, and I really do. I need your help, Helen.
That's very nice, and I understand that you think that that's what I want to hear.
I don't want to
appreciate
tell
that.
you what it is that you want to hear. I want to tell you what I think. You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely think you're a big part of this shift. It's obvious.
It's
right?
a fake ping. It's a fake ping. It's the clowns fucking around. Yeah, you're good. Thank you. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see those guns, guys.
That's what I was about to say. Did they just pull a
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
But and
I appreciate it, and that is very kind. And it's nice to hear. I do appreciate it. So thank you.
okay. All right. Hell yeah. All right. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if that's an acceptance or like a okay, I guess, like,
It's like a respectfully no.
Okay, I understand. Yep. Well, I'm gonna offer it again in 2 weeks.
I was about to say, do you want to like warm up to it? Is there anything that would make you reconsider, or you're kind of just stuck in your liking being just a deputy right now?
I mean, I just don't think anything I do really changes with the rank. Like I'm doing my thing, and people still generally listen to me and like trust my opinion, so I'm not really concerned about it. And I just I don't know. It just the whole like ping ponging between rank every time shit resets every 3 months is not fun.
Yep. Slow, give us a second, please.
Oh, sure.
If you got a ping, it's just Chatterbox fucking around, by the way.
Yep. So, let me lay you my vision for Shift 2. For me, I'm going to define the ranks. I don't think they're defined across both departments. They should have meaning, and they should have expectations. For me, a senior deputy, like I said, is more of a, have you reached the point where you know how to patrol, you know how to do comms, you know how to take on an investigation, how to bring it to the docket, you know how to do everything that if you are by yourself, you can just kind of handle all that shit, right? That's not to say that you may not need assistance here and there, but like, you know how to do like 90%, right? And that is the definition for me. And as you said, there's other people deserving your ride. And that's something that I'm going to be doing as I go through our roster. And what that does is it provides a litmus test of like, when you got that person, you know, you're throwing a senior deputy on it. Like, they're going to be able to close it to the end, and they're going to know how to reach out when they need the assistance or the resources they need, and is up to command to provide that, which is where that sergeant role comes into play. Now, rather transparently, as ex-command, I'm just going to tell you straight up, I didn't pick Romello. I didn't pick Slow. I think Romello's doing fantastic in his role, being effectively my number 2 in this shift. While others
I've always been an advocate for Romello.
Hell yeah. While others in that rank still need quite a bit of development. Sergeant will, as with other ranks above it, have a very definitive responsibility for when that responsibility is handed off. That means that they are providing each and every fucking officer in that shift what they need to succeed, right? It's not a rank that you get to hold over people and say, I need this and I need that. That ain't right. It's that so the others can succeed in what it is that they need to do for the great goal of, the shift in the department. So, so.
It's a troll ping. Don't worry about it.
It's a good thing we asked first.
Yeah.
I think he pinged everybody in the fucking city.
Yep.
I think he thinks I'm getting fired.
Yep. Oh shit. Okay.
And he's trying to stop that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of made it.
He made it scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry he called you. By the way, I just told him what you said.
No, it's fine. I don't mind him giving me a call. Me and Chatty have like a 4-year history, so
yeah.
I enjoyed the banter back and forth.
I know, but I didn't realize he was like screaming. He was like, well, I'm gonna call him and say XYZ, and I didn't realize he had called you to start saying those things, and I was like, no, don't do that, like, don't. Yeah. And then he kept talking. I was like, oh my god, he's on the phone right now.
I wanted to have this conversation with myself and Romello because I know you told me in the past that you were, I think it was just 2-3 days ago, you weren't interested. So I wanted to not only do it formally with Romello present, but give that opportunity so, it didn't get awkward, announcing it and then you being like, fuck no. Or pressuring into something that you don't want to do. You know what I mean? But
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I just take the night to think on it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
There's one other thing. Romello, go ahead.
I'm a reflector.
Are you willing to jump back on, the FCOing training kind of horse, or you are kind of taking a break from that?
No, I feel pretty burned on that. I'm not particularly interested in the way things are being run right now.
I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Yeah.
I'm pretty pro academy. The concept, I think Sybil would have benefited from an academy. She wasn't even given like her muscles to be a cop. Like we had her out. She was out on patrol. She didn't know how to fast cuff people because nobody taught her how.
Interesting.
There's like a lot of holes.
This is why I need you. Because I'm just going to be transparent. Look, I'm in my eyes, and this is going to sound nasty. I'm looking at everyone, regardless of their rank, for what they tell me they're accomplishing versus what they're actually doing. Right? Because this ain't like fucking Star Wars. You ever do Gary's mod like Star Wars RP? Like motherfuckers get a rank and they just hold it over people's heads. I hate that shit. It's awful. I hate that shit. Right? I rather, tell someone to do something, they do it, and they fuck up, it's fine. They're like, oh, you know what? We didn't do this thing, that, whatever. You know what I mean? Gets resolved. If what you're telling me, like, I need to hear those things. And if you're telling me that's actually the case, what that's actually conveying to me is when I was told that she was onboarded, that maybe that didn't happen. Right? And
the definition of onboarding, the way you guys are doing it, onboarding is going to look different.
I genuinely don't even know what it means. You know what I mean? Because I didn't do any onboarding myself. I don't know, Romello, have you? Like, I don't even know what onboarding is nowadays.
Onboarding in the sense of you are everything on the back end is clear, everything paperwork wise is clear, but also teaching them the ins and outs of being a police officer in Los Santos, whether that
People
be
that are green should not be onboarded unless you have a significant FTO force. And honestly, even then, it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
If you are doing what you're doing with Sybil, where she's spending a lot of time in an office learning the paperwork stuff, but she's not able to go out on patrol because she hasn't been taught how to do that, she's not even going to know she likes being a cop. You are investing a lot of resources and, like, quite frankly, just her straight up her paycheck into her learning how to do the paperwork, and when she gets out on patrol, she might realize she actually fucking hates it and never want to come on duty.
I think that's kind of what we're starting to notice. So a little bit of like extra context. Her paperwork stuff was more of a I am a strong believer that learning the paperwork stuff and the practicals, which is what we used to call it, which is you go on patrol, that when she was going on patrol, she was being shown those things in a one-to-one, like a one-on-one manner, right? So when you mention things like hard cuffing, soft cuffing, in other words, what would be taught on Academy is what she was being taught. So me hearing that she hasn't is kind of like, wait, hold up a second. What do you mean?
Academy goes over a lot of that stuff too, and the way I do Academy in the city, there's a lot of weird moments where we all step aside for a second.
Of course.
And have a very blunt conversation. That stuff doesn't really happen when you only train cadets on normal patrol, because it's difficult for a lot of people to know how to do that with grace in you know, day-to-day city life.
I was told that was done.
I mean, some people know how to do it, but some people, you know, and that comes up more often than you'd think when you're teaching someone.
Okay.
Like, even down to like why we tase the way we do, or why we have 3 taser shots in each cartridge.
Interesting. So,
or why we don't, you know.
Understood.
Yeah.
I think that it is possible. I'm trying to weigh, like, just keep in mind, like, I'm getting like, let's call it verbal reports from different directions, right? And I kind of have to assess everything.
I mean, I think onboarding works okay with like I know Bradley in Shift 1 is being.
He might have
like
done that, by the way,
EMS,
and
like
so may have not
least,
known.
You know, he's been on the radio. He knows dispatch. You know, he has a lot of city knowledge and connections. Like, there's a difference with that versus like Sybil, who has never been a cop before. She hasn't lived in the city, and she hasn't been in the city for a while. It's going to be more difficult for someone who's completely green to police work to be onboarded in that manner. I do think smaller academies are good. Like, I wish our academies were like 4 people in one day.
That's what I want to do, to be honest. Yeah. As a collective, as a department, I want the shift collectively to raise our new officers, right? For better or worse, right? Like, obviously, some people might be dangerous to bring out, which I don't think we really have in Shift 2. But here's part of the challenge we got. We don't have any cops. Right? So part of finding a solution is taking what we have and trying to find a way with it. And
I think that's also part of why you can't skip Academy in Shift 2, but you might be able to get away with it in Shift 1 because there's enough FTOs.
Yeah, correct.
But in Shift 2, we just don't have it. Like, to onboard someone a day at a time, it takes a lot longer. It takes a lot more experienced FTOs. To like take shit.
So, well, this is where it's going to get interesting. We're about to bring in 3 others, and
cadets.
Correct.
Without an academy.
Well, that's kind of what we've been discussing, is getting a mini one going. Even if that means like myself and 2-3 others do the whole thing. Listen, drastic times, drastic measures. You know what I mean? There's like a trajectory, right? Like, think about it this way, right? I'm looking at it as a resource problem. We are going to be averaging maybe 4 deputies on duty in a couple hours here. And if we drip feed it, with a retention rate of 20%, we're never going to get out of the hole. You know what I mean? It's like pay your debts today or pay them tomorrow, right? So
Yeah, I know. I'm very aware.
Yep. And so I rather pay the debts today, so when I do get kicked out of this position in 4 weeks or whatever the fuck ends up happening, I get lucky for another one or whatever the fuck we want to say. We've got something there and some kind of foundation. So I would like to set something like that up, but I don't want to wait 4 weeks. Now, I didn't expect the conversation to go this way. My plans already were take all these guys and just be like, all right, we're going through the basic shit, right? And spend 2-3 days doing that. But
that's Academy.
Yep.
If that is what you're doing with Shift 2, I would be down to help. I would rather be like a P&T lead than just an FTO because quite frankly, I just like running Academy and being bossy and running things the way I want them to be run because I think I'm good at that with Academy. But,
for the shift, right?
yeah, for the shift.
Okay. Would you be able to set up this academy? You seem you know 10 times more than I do about this. You got to keep in mind, I was raised like on the street, so I never even had an academy. So I don't even know what it looks like. I know what it looks like. I'm being like sarcastic here, a little, not sarcastic, but exaggerating. So,
yeah, I could probably set up an academy for like, do you already have the names, like the people you want?
Yeah.
And can I run the academy how I want?
Absolutely. However, I have a bit of a compromise here. I want to sign off on every PPO.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Deal.
fine.
If anyone gives you shit for this, you send them to me.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, we could probably do an academy. Like, I can't do this weekend, but
we should do it after the guys.
Weekend.
I think that might work. One of our candidates is fighting fires in California, and he's going to be back on. Did you tell anyone that you want this is like your jam, and you were told no? I'm like genuinely curious.
I told Frost that I wanted to talk to him about PNT stuff. We set up a time. I woke up outside of my time zone to go talk to him. I showed up. He said we weren't supposed to talk today. I said, yes, we were. It ended up with me apologizing and leaving and then calling the people I was with when I scheduled it. And they said, no, he definitely said he was going to talk to you about PNT tomorrow. And then I was like, okay, well, you just reach out to me when you want to talk about it. And then he never spoke to me.
Okay. I'm going to listen. Frost is a good friend of mine. He's got severe ADHD.
And then the next time I spoke to him was when you guys pulled me into a room and said, do you want your job? Yes or no?
Oh my God. Look, I apologize. I will you deal with me directly from here on out. Let me handle the rest of the bullshit. I will say this. I was wrong that day. Genuinely. And I think, any abrasion I may have had, right, was wrong, and my sources were dog shit. So I do hope you forgive me for that. Cool. You know,
Helen, that is the application. Just so you know, one thing we did add to it is basically the same as ours, but now we added like a fun little thing. They send in like personalized videos, so that's a little fun thing that we can watch. And those are the applicants. You said what? I just sent it to your email.
Oh.
And
this context is so much different than I knew.
I can just add you on that so you can also be privy to all the applications and everything like that. And then everything should be in the new application thing I put in.
Okay, Mello, just so you know, I made some edits to the report you made with the new application just to make it a little easier for people to understand how to share it.
I totally didn't copy and paste it from the last one and just add a couple things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it's okay. I noticed. The last one was dog shit, too.
Yep.
All right.
Did you guys anonymously ping me?
No, it's
No.
Chatterbox.
Yes,
He's
you're
just
gonna die.
panicking.
You're gonna die
gonna
right
die.
now
Yeah,
by my
yeah, yeah.
hands.
He's just panicking.
Okay.
He's on the fucking phone. I'll be right back.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey,
I was
how
in
y'all
full
doing?
flying everyone and got an anonymous. I'm gonna go back to trying to find Finn.
Is this still a private conversation?
Yeah, it's still private. We'll be done here shortly. Yep.
All right.
He may feel like he needs to be involved. He's gonna have to suck it up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good test for him too, to be honest.
I can already tell he feels left out.
Well,
I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but I fucking told Frost he's not fucking ready.
wait, you mean which Frost?
Arnold.
Oh, for the sheriff?
No, I told him that Jonah needed a little bit more time. He's going to be a very big work in progress.
Yeah,
Still
I
not
mean,
sure of himself as a deputy.
yeah, that's true. Listen, we'll find. You know, as I told Frost, when you're given a chessboard, like let's say someone's playing chess, right? And then I don't know how to play chess, but I'm sure you'll understand the analogy. And now someone goes, "Hey, yo, continue this game for me," right? You don't get to pick what pieces to change, right?
Yeah.
You got to find a way to win. And
Yeah, move what's already in front of you. I get what you're saying.
yep. So it's like kind of like what's done is done, and where do we go from here? And I think you know, I'm pretty. I know what I'm capable of. I have trust in you. I think you're doing great. I think this Helen conversation was a huge W. I think those cadets, I'm thinking very strongly of them.
Yeah, me too.
It's gonna be ass for a while. But you know, I'm not too concerned.
I just hope, like, I don't, like, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure me and you have the same mindset. Like, we'll probably operate the same whether we're here or we're down at the bottom because we know how to fucking do our jobs. But I just hope the foundation that we're starting to lay isn't totally disrupted in fucking 3 weeks, because that would just be fucking, that would be a vibe kill.
He thought I was getting fired. I think he was trying to put out a hit on you.
Oh, gotcha.
But he's chilling out.
Okay. Yeah, I think I am very agreeable to that. You know what you're talking about in that respect. I do like the fact that you're saying you know what you want to do with it and you can execute. And that's kind of my expectation. Same thing I'm expecting of Romello. I'm trying to expect of Slow right now, where it's like, hey, you're going to do this. You're going to, you know, that's what I want. I don't even want to be there. But no, I'm going to be there. But you know what I'm saying? Like eventually I shouldn't need to be there. It's just, you got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would be happy for you to be involved as much as you want to be. The way I set it up beforehand, I didn't have a captain signing off on PPOs. I mean, I'm fine with that. But like a captain had to sign off on like any onboard and like had to be at interviews and stuff. So.
Okay. I'll tell you why I'm currently very hands-on. Right now I'm in micro mode because we're in a desperate situation, and also across departments our quality has dropped so much. Organizationally we got an issue. So by me being there for the first couple while, it kind of gives you a sounding board of like, okay, here's where his expectation is for the PPO, right? Oh man, it might be a lot higher than we normally had it. Or you know what I'm saying? And an opportunity for that communication to happen, where I could be like, this person's not ready, but then you can be like, well, he is because of da 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 da. Or you may have seen this, but here's a da 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 da. And through that communication, we have a better understanding of where we collectively want things to be.
Yeah. The first place I want to point you when it comes to like promotion evaluations, if you go into FTO reports and you search template, The 2 reports that I've made, it's a cadet to PPO final eval and a PPO to deputy. And they're 2 different checklists. So cadet to PPO is more of a general understanding. That was like what was agreed upon with the previous high command on pursuits, 90s, etc. But a firm understanding on case laws, good reports, general SOPs. And then PPO to deputy is much more in depth on each of those checklists. And we can talk about like any changes to any of that.
I'm very pro singular report where we can all kind of add commentary for the different segments. So for example, let's say I'm taking out a cadet, I'll pull their thing up and the last comment is from you, let's say. And under the comms, it's like, doesn't know 10 codes, slurs on the radio, blah, 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 blah. So now I know, okay, this is the area, just looking at this one report, that they're struggling here. I'm good at this. Let me focus on that.
So if you look up FTO report for Whitaker, it's just the first recent cadet that has one. It's 1731.
Yeah.
This is the like general FTO format, and then so everybody puts in their hours and their comments. Do you still want something like this, or do you want?
I would like a unified one. You know what I mean? Where we can put our log of things, but also there's like a unified, here are the different things that we can comment under the...
Like for each cadet or one log for every cadet?
No, one log for per cadet.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, that's what this is.
Oh, that's good. Okay,
so
I like that.
So the checklist is for their first session. It's stuff you don't have time to go over in Academy. They go over with their first FTO. And then there's sign-offs for like, I did reports with them, they're great, like whatever, or like whatever it is, we did traffic stops for 5 hours, he's good, you don't need to grill him on traffic stops. And then each FTO is meant to fill out a report for every session and put in like general comments, areas of improvement, and what they need for the next session. And
so when they do their report, I'd like them to put it like in this thing, you know what I mean? Like date followed by... So like, I'm going to give an example. I'm going to erase this afterwards. See the pursuits under notes?
Pursuits, yes.
Okay, so...
You mean on the sign-offs?
Yeah, sure. Like, I by the way, this is just an example. It could be done a different way, but, so I could be something like, kept crashing, doesn't know how to use...
I don't think I'm looking wherever you're writing.
Oh, report 1807, FTO report 1807.
You can't search by number in FTO reports. Can I get the title?
It's called Wesley Sapling Whitaker, PPO to Deputy Final Eval.
Oh, the final eval. Okay.
Oh, am I looking at the wrong one?
Tracking thread.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is the final eval. The progress tracking thread is the third one when you search up Whitaker.
Okay, give me a sec.
And then this has the first session checklist. If you keep scrolling, sign-offs for each topic that will be on the eval.
Oh, this is great. Okay,
then, yeah, reports for every session that are all in the same report for each individual cadet.
This is perfect.
This is how we've been running things all year.
Yeah, this is exactly how it should be. So wait, where the hell did this whole thing of like getting multiple reports come from then?
That's LSPD.
Why the fuck? Yeah, we ain't doing that shit. That's so confusing.
Before I started doing it.
Okay. Yeah, this makes more sense. The only feedback, because this looks perfect, only feedback on this format is color coding the headers and the subsections so it's easier to eyeball through them. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah,
so, yeah, this is actually perfect. Okay. All right. Easy. There might be some kicking and screaming over this, but I don't really give a fuck. This is my shit. So
I don't think there's gonna be, because this is how we've been doing stuff already.
People, well, I meant like, if anyone has a problem with any of this conversation. Oh, okay. Well, congratulations.
So nobody knows that you're offering me stuff.
I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I
want to be so clear. If it's drama, I don't want it.
Oh, there will be no drama. No, there is none. I'm sorry. This is my way of saying like I'm fully backing you, right?
Okay.
And I'm extending it even further that, you know, if the topic comes up outside of like shift 2, someone's like, hey, what are you doing here? You should do it this way, and it bothers you or whatever, you just tell me and I'm gonna handle it. So that's
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, they're not gonna talk to me. I'm gonna walk into a room after everybody's already been talking about me for an hour and be forced to make decisions on the spot. That's like how it's been.
that you let me know if that happens. So
Okay.
so
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Like when you guys all pulled me into a room and you had already been talking about me for an hour, and it was the first time I had heard there was any issue.
yeah, that ain't gonna happen no more.
No,
I understand you've already apologized. I don't want to be a dead horse, but that shit sucked. I was not.
Yeah,
was
it
not
sucks.
fun.
But one thing that I've been trying to do the best is make sure I'm talking to everyone. Everyone's in the loop of what's happening, and there shouldn't be any more impromptu type things like that.
yeah.
I'm going to make sure everyone knows from Brian all the way down to the cadet what's going on, you know, on their need to know basis. If that makes any sense. That's something I've been priding myself on since I got this role, is letting everyone know what they need to know.
I think that's great.
One thing I do want to touch on, and this is kind of somewhat touching on that. That's not how I had to do the talking. That's not how I do shit. If anybody in this shift, and it's the same conversation I had with Miller. If someone does something like that shouldn't happen, right? They fucking break another memorial. They end up going hanging out with the hounds, and like something happens, or whatever. My expectation is we get all parties in a room and we say, all right, your turn. What happened? Okay, your turn. What happened? I'm going to ask some questions, right? Just straight honesty. I just want transparency, even if you fucking murdered somebody, because my goal in that meeting is we figure out what the action's going to be, right? Is it disciplinary, whatever? Are they understanding of the situation? Are they walking out understanding it? That's it. Because that allows us to navigate up top, while at the same time it doesn't turn into like 2 weeks of drama, which, trust me, Helen, I know what that's like, you know, from be it the meth cook or getting rid of Turner, which I kind of may have done that shit, or some of the other shit that happened. It sucks, right? But you know what? Ain't gonna happen in our shift. So
Okay, sounds good.
Also, Helen, I also trust you, and I trust your judgment, honestly, of picking out talent, because you pick gems like Deke, so I trust you. If you want to, we're gonna keep the videos, but if you want to like fiddle with the app a little bit, you have free reign to do so.
Okay, cool.
okay, easy.
If you want to get, you know, sense of, I'll be looking at them actively too as they come in, so I'll always have like a know what's going on in it, so it won't just all be on you. If you want to come to me or night and talk about people, be sure, set up interviews, I'll be there.
With an upcoming academy, have we already done interviews, and do we have all of our names?
We have the names. We did impromptu onboard one. Jonah did Cooper, but he'll still have to come to academy. So we have one person. I let everyone else know. They said they were going to show up today, but I haven't seen them. Of the four
Wasn't
names,
it just Cooper and? Oh well, Anna said that she can't do shift one.
Yeah, Anna can't do it. So it's Cooper. They're marked 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And then the last guy. If you want to look at that video, it's like a yes, but I don't think right now, because we can't handle what I think that person might bring right now, but it's definitely a yes down the line.
Okay.
There's Cooper, which the undersheriff didn't like him because he said he wasn't like.
Yeah.
But he's a different. Jimbo doesn't get him, right? He's got a lot of character, just not the kind that aligns with Jimbo, if that makes sense.
We have Cooper. I think you'll really like Michael, I think his name is.
The firefighter guy?
The firefighter guy.
He's incredible. Yeah.
I think you'll really like him. And
the third guy sounds like he's came out of the, like he's going to be in the 40-year-old virgin, like sequel, probably in like, 20 years.
Virgins are great hires. Whitaker's great.
And that was the fourth one, wasn't it? Romello?
No, Whitaker's already hired. I'm surprised he hasn't.
Yeah.
Never mind. That's a bad joke.
No,
the fourth one was the fourth guy.
Stop coming around with the new high command.
Yeah, the fourth guy is someone I'm biased to. I forgot his name. His name is.
Oh yeah. The guy on he had his hands on the glass like rail
on the table. He talks like this a little bit.
I'll take a look.
Yeah.
4 or 8 is like the ideal number for an academy for me.
Yep.
I also, if you have people that are like onboarded and have keys but haven't gone to an academy and like don't know all their shit, what I did with PNT was but flesh out a role that was already in the SOPs.
Yeah.
Called Recruit. So they're basically a ride along, but they can, be on radio.
Oh, that's good.
And like listen to radio. I had them like not in uniform because they haven't been doing academy and aren't a cadet yet for more like legal reasons. I have a whole guidebook that I could show you.
Helen, I have a question because this is something I posed tonight. Especially because the only people that are like obviously willing to FTO will be you. Knight will do it. I will do it if I have to. Jonah would do it. I don't want to burn all of us out because especially with these new people, I'm probably going to be taking more people out. Do we want to kind of stick to academies of 4, maybe 3 to 4?
With our current shift size, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so I think we should do that. I just want to get your opinion on that instead of going to like 8, because then we're going to come to the thing where we can't fucking train all of them.
I want a strong 4, and I think that y'all should consider trying to poach a strong like sergeant from LSPD, to be honest.
I don't want to say too much right now, but you're not wrong. So we need to start advertising more videos. One thing with the video review, and I want you involved with this going forward, is what we kind of did, and Romello sent her to the stuff, is
she's already all set.
Oh, perfect. Is that we collectively together watch the videos and then talk about it, right?
Okay.
And then we independently kind of say, here's my 1, 2, and 3. Don't show that, right? Because that's kind of we don't want them having it mean, right? And then we're like, okay, we're all in agreement of these ones, and it kind of gives us a sense, right?
Okay, when you say we, who do you mean?
Us 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
sounds good.
So I think we all kind of have enough of a that will make the right choice, so that when we bring them in, we're like, yo, these are our people. We want everyone to feel involved in raising them up, and so they feel like a part of the department from day one, and like as a collective, as opposed to, oh, here's a random cadet we don't even know. You know what I mean?
I do feel very strongly about 4 instead of 3.
Since we got some runway, we'll open up apps again. Which, by the way, I want to shift to dispatcher.
That might be
our county.
Hard fought, but I'll try to see if I can find someone from LSPD. See if I can get Rose to come up.
Who?
Rosalind? Toy? Oh, she's shift 1. She's not shift 2.
Oh, I mean, we could hire a new dispatcher too if needed. So, okay, I'm going to give you some tea on that. I don't know the deets. I don't like what happened, but TLDR, in the last joint meeting, the head of dispatch, I forgot what his name is, the guy that's like Frodo Baggins, went up on there and kind of shit on them all. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, which why the fuck would we work with someone who's going to shit on everyone while they're not in the room? But effectively what was said is they're now only showing up on duty so they don't get fired, and they want to be cops, and we're not going to just hire them. And I'm kind of like, bruh, if they've been doing it for a fucking year, and if you're not even giving an opportunity, like, that's kind of fucking weird, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, like, if it was like 2-3 months, but if they've been doing it for fucking 8 months and they want to be a cop, then why not? Why not give them a shot? Am I tripping on that?
I hate that. Also, there's something, I don't know what it is, I haven't been a dispatcher, but there's something wrong with the climate of dispatchers if everybody fucking hates being a dispatcher that goddamn much.
I want them, you know what I would like, Helen? I want our dispatcher in shift 2 literally being on channel 9, and people can call them as 911, and like they might dispatch us out somewhere. You know what I mean? Like so.
I think the problem with the dispatch is that no one respects them on radio, and then when
no, they would own that shit. No, we need them to own
I
that
think
shit.
if you empower them like that, it kind of gets to
Yeah.
I think
I like it. I'm with every
only-
idea.
the only time we should ever override is like if it's like a shootout, right? But that's something that you build in understanding is like they would know like, oh, it's a shootout, like we can't do that. Part of what I've seen before I took a long break is that we would start like random people would start shit talking dispatch or getting mad at them and then not talking to them afterwards or like whatever, get an understanding that no, they're in the department, there are dispatch, that's their fucking radio channel.
I think people need to realize they need to just communicate with dispatch when they can't do what dispatch is saying instead of like feeling like they have to like overrule them or snap at them. It's just like, well, they're not out there. They don't see everything you're seeing. You just have to tell them like, I can't go do that right now. Can you assign another unit?
Exactly.
There's this going on. Actually, I need you to direct units here. Is that okay? Like, it's really not that difficult.
Yep.
To just not be a dick.
Yep.
The fuck is it?
All right. Fuck yeah. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you too long. Do you need the 24 hours or you want to sleep
Are you
on
guys
this?
Ocean King?
I'm fine to do P&T stuff. I'll think on the
I'm
other
coming.
stuff.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Awesome. All right. Well, hell yeah. And what we'll do is let's say you accept one or both. We'll let you pick when you want the announcement. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right. All right. All right. Y'all take care.
Bring them on.
Oh, fuck. My food's been cold for like an hour
Can
now.
you drop me off MRPD?
Yep. I got you.